Mess with you.
3, 2, 1. Ooh, we're back. We're back. The three podcateers are back together. It's been a while, mate. It's been a while. Dean, Saunders, and Pepper, and I'm Felix Leiter, and we're joined by Northeast Content King, boxing champion.
I wouldn't say boxing champion.
Just yet.
Robin Armstrong
He's
in
back.
the fucking house. We're just bringing out all the big hitters. Do you know what I mean? Like, we've had a little few weeks off. We came back with Shaq and Tazo.
Yes.
Then we're like, right, who's another fucking heavyweight that we can get back on the show?
Not much of a heavyweight. The sauna, maybe.
Well, the Robin Armstrong pod was number 3, I think, wasn't it? LooseCast number 3, and I was watching it back last night, and it's came a long way, like, and obviously you came even further as well.
I just get myself into some mad shit. My daily day shit is just so random and silly. It doesn't get boring doing my life, but some days I'm like, what the fuck have I got myself into here?
I mean, even getting here has been a bit of a nightmare, hasn't
Oh,
it?
proper fucking nightmare. There's no car parking spaces in the town close by anyway.
So essentially what happens is Dean lives in town and doesn't drive, so I'm the only one that's fucked by driving to have to get here.
Yes.
But I obviously have a little sneaky car parking space, which I offered you, but it is a bit drizzly out there, isn't it?
Fucking miles away.
That's how much.
Another city.
That's how much of a Scrooge I am. I'll drive to Sunderland and walk here to park for free.
And I'll walk here, which is probably 2 minutes away from here, and still be late.
You know what I mean?
It's because I'm one of them.
You're never late, man.
No, well, do you know what it is? I had this back in school. I might have said this before, but like where I went to school, Parkview, there was like two bits. So you had year 7 and 8, which was North Lodge, and then year 9, 10, 11 was main school. North Lodge was like a 45-minute walk or bus journey or whatever it was on time every day. As soon as you get to main school, 2-minute walk. I was late every day. It's one of them, isn't it? When you
I was 18 and a half stone when I was at school, so I was late every day. Even though I got the early bus, I had to walk from the bus.
you slowed the bus down.
It would take us forever. There was a shortcut at my school where everyone used to take, and it was on the back field. There was a gap in the metal fence. One of the slats was missing. Obviously, the standard fucking 13-year-old child could slip through it and no bother. So I would always walk down and attempt it, and I could never get through. So I'd have to walk the long way.
Was that your excuse of being late to school? Or I just got stuck in a fence, sir.
One day I did actually get proper stuck. My pals were like fucking pushing us with their feet trying to get out. I still couldn't get out.
Let's cover off the big thing first.
Yeah.
Become a father recently.
Yes.
Congratulations, mate.
My best mate gave me a bit of advice. You were just mentioning something before the pod. My best mate gave me a bit, I don't know if it's advice really or a warning, when I had my little girl, and he said, the fucking shit till they're about 3 or 4. And at the time I was like, aye, good one. And then, they're just fucking shit. For about 3 years, they do fuck all. Like, the mums are there going, look, they're smiling. And you're like, no, they're having a shit.
I've loved the smiling part in that, but I'm having ADHD. I want to talk. I want some interaction. You know what I mean? So I'm like, she's looking at us, and I'm like, she's looking at us. But then I watch YouTube videos and they're like, oh, your baby can't make you out for up to 6 months, so it just sees fucking silhouettes. So it's probably just sees a big black blob. It's a big black blob, like fucking. And I'm going, she's smiling at me. But yeah, I am. I don't want to wish her life away, but keep on saying this. I'm like, God, I can't wait till she like says her first word. But just far from that, like.
Yeah.
And barely hold her head up.
What do you reckon that first word would be?
It's probably going to be, it's in my house.
It's going to be something Raj, isn't it?
Oh, it'll be something fucking mad.
and
Prank.
Prank. Don't do it.
and by default, has she been born into the prank life?
I've started using. I've had to obviously just ease her in gently. So I've started using filters on her at the minute. But by all means, it's opened up a whole new world of content for me. Family content is a great side of content. It shows you. I think it shows you growing as a character, as a person. Yeah. The early days content, I was like in parties doing fucking God knows what. I didn't give a fuck what I was doing. You know what I mean? I was reckless. That's why I lost a fucking 1 million followers. But now, obviously, in this form of life, I think it's easing us in nicely. I feel myself calmer. Like I don't go out and get on the session anymore. I go to like festivals. Hashtag LooseFest. Hashtag Trickfest.
Love it. Lovely plug.
Lovely plug. Straight away.
Lovely plug.
Yeah.
Said after.
My daughter was accidentally born to a 90s classic. JX, There's Nothing I Won't Do. She was accidentally born. So basically my daughter, the mother of my daughter, was in labour for absolutely ages. And then eventually, like after like 24 hours or something crazy, this Scottish woman was like, nah, you're going to like surgery. So this is happening now. Theatre, sorry, not surgery. You're going to theatre. So everything got really scary. They put like stuff on me, the scrubs, like and everything else. And I'm just sitting there going, please don't die. Please don't fucking die. I can't cope with this on my own. And eventually, because I wasn't tuned in at all, I was just like focused in on what was happening. person. And then eventually went, oh, and here's your daughter. And then I could then suddenly just hear the little CD player behind us. And it was like, there's nothing I won't do. Anything you want me to, I can't take
Just
that.
rewind on that there. You said, don't die. I can't do this on my own.
I meant that to the...
Don't die because I fucking love you. Don't die, I can't look after this on my own.
I also that threw me off because the story didn't go where I thought it was going to go. And you were like,
don't die, you selfish
my
cunt.
daughter was born for this, and then I heard it was 20 hours. I thought you were basically just saying like it was taking ages, so you started DJing different tracks to get it to come out.
But she's got now.
She was dancing on the dance floor.
She's now got
Oh, yeah, party people.
She's got it. I've got
Scream if you want to go into labour.
I got the vinyl off Discogs, and the vinyl's now framed in a bedroom. Like, so I've got the
Nice.
thing in the bedroom.
Love that. I was going to say, can we have an ant health update? Is everything okay?
I mean, I'm not shitting me pants this week, so it's a
no,
good
how's
start,
that?
mate. I've got a diverticulitis, apparently.
Is it spelled diverticulitis?
I wish.
Diverticulitis. What happens when you go out there?
Basically, it's like a split in your bowel. And then it makes this like pocket of the stuff that should be coming out, and it fucking gathers. Then it gets infected, and then it just fucks you.
So he's not being well, which probably answers your question. Why has NATO not been replying to me? He's been unwell.
Sorry, mate.
It makes total sense.
Sorry, mate.
Well,
So what happens if poo just stays in there?
Just in there, mate. Basically,
bypassed
it's
my
a
bit.
pocket full of shit.
You wish you would bypass.
Fucking Raj, mate.
So he's going to get drained or whatever?
Nah, they just give you loads of antibiotics, and then you just fucking shit yourself to death.
right, okay.
I would like that actually.
Back to the positive stuff on the pod.
What's knee weight though, which is the unfortunate part of it. Like,
So enough with the shit talking, right? So you two,
Yeah.
Robin walks in,
Shit talking.
hasn't met Amp yet, and I didn't realise you hadn't met, and you go, he does look like NATO, doesn't he? Honestly, this is
I thought
continuing.
I was going to come in here. Bro-wee!
I got a taxi driver the other day. Got in the taxi and he was like, fuck me, I thought you were that NATO kid. I was in fucking the legendary Riddle of Swarwell.
Nice.
Walking down and heard, yeah, that's fucking MC NATO.
Was that-
I'm like, I'm not fucking NATO,
Was
man.
that just Tazo behind you
All
heckling you?
Tazo's fault, mate. It's
Heckling you?
literally all Tazo's fault.
MC Tazo.
Tazo.
Should we get that out the way?
Yeah,
now?
let's mention that then as well.
You make the announcement. Well, it's
Yeah,
not an
well,
announcement, is it? 'Cause
yeah.
It was announced the day that we're recording this, but y'all all know this.
Well, we found out 20 minutes ago.
Right.
So obviously this goes out on the Tuesday, so it will have been announced, like you say. So obviously we've all seen them videos of the floods in Dubai, haven't we?
Yeah.
So got a call. Jax is stuck over that way at the minute, coming back from Thailand, I think was the official one. So did you come through Dubai to Thailand, or is it just too?
No, that sounds about right.
Whatever it is, but basically you mentioned the floods in Dubai, so he's not getting back till this weekend, so Sunday just gone, so the show's rearranged for the 3rd of May. Luckily you're still here.
Yep.
Luckily you're still going to be there making burgers. No. And luckily we're getting you some noise cancelling headphones so you can come.
See, if you're lucky that there's actually coverage of the storms in Dubai, because if someone rang me up and said, sorry, I can't make it, there's actually it's pissing down rain in the desert, I'll be like,
Yeah. The videos are fucking awful. Before we get on to that, so it's rearranged till the 3rd of May. Obviously everyone who was going to come is going to still be available. Felix is still going to be DJing. Yeah. We love the video you made yesterday. I had a couple of my mates messages going, Felix is fucking hilarious. Like, that video is good crack. So they enjoyed it. They enjoyed your content.
Money for that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Jax liked the video.
Did he actually?
But he didn't, comment or messages.
That's good though.
Or call us. But you start small. You know what I mean? Start small.
No, 100%.
I've just watched Baby Rain.
It's brilliant.
I've just watched Baby Reindeer on Netflix. Anyone seen that?
Yes.
So stalking is now an option. Do you know what I mean?
That's funny. The narrative of the whole thing after my whole ordeal that we'll talk about soon about the online crazy ban.
Yeah.
On that night of it happening, I went home and I read the description.
I saw your story.
It was crazy stalker, intense stalking of a would-be comedian. I was like, I'm living this right this second, right now.
Do you know it's an entirely true story?
You know that the man who plays the character
He wrote it, and it's
really?
so it's based on it all happened to him. He did a 1-hour show in Edinburgh in 2019, something like that, and then they commissioned it not long after that, and he's obviously brought it out into episode 4 is fucking dark.
Oh, dark as fuck.
Dark. Have you seen it?
I was quite disappointed there wasn't actually any baby reindeers.
I thought it was a Christmas
I was
thing.
like, God, when you look, there's a show about baby reindeers. I thought it was going to be a fucking, what's it called? A documentary by fucking Sir
David Attenborough.
Aye, Big Davey. I
So-
thought it was going to be a Davey.
Big deal.
So shout out Danny Bond. I think I saw it on his story first. He's
Yes.
like, you need to watch Baby Reindeer. It's really good. And then a bit later, he's like, actually, got to episode 4. Takes a turn. Don't recommend it. But by this time, Danny Bond, I was already invested. And I have finished it. It is.
Oh,
the acting is
Great acting.
fucking brilliant. She's brilliant, isn't she?
Oh, Martha.
Yeah.
Martha Facker. If she came to my door, God, I would have just fucking wiped her legs and kicked her in the teeth.
But fair play. Have you seen it yet?
No.
Have you heard about it?
Yeah. I've seen loads of people
Great
talking
watch,
about it.
mate.
Like,
Fair play to him for doing it.
Oh, fucking fair play.
It does seem like very well paid therapy, is what I would
Oh.
say. Like having a 7-part Netflix series to
Yeah.
take you through your demons.
Yeah.
See, if someone paid me $500,000 to talk
in
about.
that situation, because the police they can't really do anything if they do less to do anything.
Yeah.
I felt really sorry for him until he started wanking over Martha. Then I was like, you know what it is, you fucking twisted bastard. You deserve this. You fucking deserve it.
So from wanking over Martha, let's move on to your online beef.
Yeah. I'll do one.
So how did it? For anyone who missed it, right? How did it start?
Well, I get it's very rare that someone local, if I get a troll or something, it just tends to be something like, you're not funny,
Yeah.
fat baldy cunt, all the baloney. I'm hardened to it now, you see, it doesn't really bother us. But if someone's local,
Yeah.
and they're not a handy bastard, right? If someone's not a tough guy, and they look like a bit of a fucking wanker, I'm nice to everybody, man. I'm never fucking nasty to nobody, right? Nobody. A homeless man could piss on me fucking feet by accident, and I'd be like, do you want us to buy you a donut? Sorry you pissed on me feet, mate. I'm not polite. I'm so polite. I can't do awkward situations, right? But some people try me testers, and obviously my baby's just been born.
Yeah.
Shout out Aurora, if you watch this one day. So obviously I'm quite protective of them. I've got lots of girls in my family. I've got 5 sisters. I've got no brothers. I'm protective over them. And my girlfriend, you can imagine, I'm being even more protective over her. So when my daughter was born, I was like, it does change you. Like, I'm not maternal at all. If someone passes a baby, I'm like,
Next.
if it cries, I'm like, just, if it has, I'm just like, no, don't want to do it. But the second you lay eyes on it, I was like, whoa, like this has just changed it straight away, you know what I mean? I nearly threw my wig collection away for 1 second. And then I just got a comment one day, I was tagged in something, because anyone can tag us in something, and I see it. I don't like most stuff I get tagged in, the same as anyone else who does what I do. But I seen it and I was like, it was a picture, someone changed the profile picture to my girlfriend, and they drew a dick on it. And I was like, right, it's a bit weird. It wasn't like a fucking well-drawn dick, by the way, either. It looked like he drew it with his
like
clitoris.
a bus stop cock.
Like, not even that, mate. It looked like someone, like a spider had tried to draw a cock on me last face, right? So I was like, it's a bit weird. So I thought, I'll not bite to it, because I used to get blocked back in the day when I had 1 million followers. I would get blocked all the time, because anyone that said the slightest bad word, being a comedian, my natural instinct is to fucking pepper them with badness. But I go quite dark straight away, me. I don't really go like, haha.
You haven't got gears.
I'm like, alright then, okay, let's fucking drop a nuclear bomb. Stop your mum getting shagged off some fucking bloke. So I seen the next picture, I would scroll down, the next picture was a picture of him like this fucking mentally ill man standing with his head down like this, and he'd photoshopped the picture standing next to Wendy, right? That was his second profile picture, so I was like, right.
Does Wendy have any idea who this person is?
Nah,
Right.
not just a complete stranger.
Right.
So then I thought, right, I'm going to investigate this. So when I fall out with somebody, right, and especially if it's online, I'm obsessed, like the fucking devil. I can't stop, right? Because I'm like, how dare you even? And then I scrolled further down from the pictures of Wendy, and he was posting pictures of me baby, right? So I was like,
oh, fuck that.
so I was like, the horns had started to come out of my head, right? And I was like, right. So first thing I thought, he looks like a fucking weird bastard. So I Googled him. And when I Googled him, surely enough, the first fucking thing that comes up is this mad fucking, he attacked some girl and threw ketchup all over her. And then I went further down his post on his page, and he was denying it in these videos. He was like, I just want to let everyone know I didn't do it. She's lying. And he's like smiling at the camera like a lunatic. So I was like, now he's a predator. Loads. When I posted the picture to say, look, I'm giving you a warning shot here. I'm posting your picture. I'm explaining the situation. All you have to do is take me pictures of me baby and me girlfriend down, and we'll leave it at that. Obviously, I can't go and cross and chin somebody. I do social media and that, you know what I mean? Back before social media, I would have went to his house and dragged him out and fucking burnt his fucking feet till he teared them off. So I was like, I tried to approach it nicely, and he reacted with the most insane comment. He was like, something like, ha ha ha, can you not take a joke? I'm like, well, I've just checked your past. You're a criminal fucking, you have a dark soul. I've got girls texting us with restraining orders, criminal background sheets of you attacking girls and stalking girls, and you've got pictures of me baby and that online. So I was like, just take them down. And now I'm trying to take them down. I was like, I'm going to fucking find them, in fact. So I then made it my mission to try and find him. So I was like, how can I find him? So I looked on his videos like an obsessed fucking psychopath. And I seen all his videos, he was walking along like looked like a seaside resort. So I was like, he's in the tune somewhere. He's in a beach somewhere. And then I looked and he walked past somewhere I'd done one of my shows in the past. And I was like, it's in Whitley Bay. So I was like, I nearly woke Wendy up, but you can't wake a sleeping dragon up. You don't wake your sleeping girlfriend up when she's had a baby. So I was like, right, calm, keep it calm. So I looked at his pictures and I seen on the fucking back this video, it was green tiles with a white border. So I Googled hotels in Whitley Bay, went through them till I found a hotel with green walls and a white brim. So I found the hotel he was in. Like
he's in a hotel?
He's in a hotel. He's in a hotel for homeless or offenders. They get put in a hotel with normal people, by the way, which is fucking mad. If you go on the reviews, they're like, I came here for a seaside retreat with my family, only to find drug addicts fighting in the corridors. And like, so I found where he was. So the first reaction was, go there, because I was in full blown, there's paedophile in my head. I'm calling him a paedophile. I can't see he's a paedophile, but you're sharing pictures of me, Ben. You've got stalking convictions. It's starting to add up. Right, I know it's a bit hasty going straight to paedophile, but I'm taking it there if you're putting pictures of me Ben on. So I just started making a big hate campaign until it got really noisy and all his family and stuff started messaging and stuff like that. And I felt a bit shit because I was like, it's nothing to do with the family, but usually the family can go and sort it out. On arrival, going to see the kid, it turns out he is mentally ill. He's shouting, casting spells out the window to his family when they were telling him to come downstairs just to delete the pictures. So I just had to retreat. I was like, there's no way I can win this, yeah. He's obviously mentally unwell. The stuff he's posting is bang out of order, but he hasn't posted anything since.
Yeah. Have you reported that content?
Nah.
No.
And you can't report it because I'm a public figure. You can because anyone's got Facebook, you can just fucking share the pictures, can't you?
Right.
So I could go on if you had a picture of you and your Ben on Facebook,
yeah,
and you've got the share option available, you can share it. So there's no actual.
But you can't report someone else's profile picture.
Well, I reported the picture of the one with Wendy just with a dick on her face. Not very good dick, by the way. Wendy even said that. It's not even a good dick. And I was like, there's only one good dick. It's mine. So by the end of it, I think I put the shivers up because I let everyone in the area know. I think in total I got seen by 280,000 people. Well, all of his criminal conviction cheats, all of the weird messages he'd be sending to girls and stuff he'd done. So he'll not be walking around happily around Whitley Bay. He'd probably be in a different fucking planet, but I think people let him know when they see him. And I don't have to do anything. One of the luxuries of being in my position is because I'm so nice to everybody else. If
everyone's got your back.
Everyone's got your back. And if I put you out to be a predator, which you are, and people see you, it's going to be uncomfortable for you.
Yeah.
But because he's living with the fucking fairies, he was sharing the stuff I was posting about him. I was like, this man is a rapist, and this is what the woman said. This is what he done. Posted it. He fucking screen recorded it and shared it with love hearts. I was like, just called you a rapist, and you've just shared it on your own thing with love hearts. So that was an ordeal I went through, but I'd rather talk about funny stuff if you don't mind.
One last question on that before we move on. I think Coronation Street and fucking EastEnders lost some viewers that week because your stories were gripping.
I was going for it.
What sort of your views must have gone through the roof with that?
Yeah, well, I always do whenever I've got some sort of beef. I get beef every so often. It's very rare that someone attacks.
You ever just created a definitely for views?
Definitely not.
But you can see why people create beefs, division, whatever you want to call it, because social media goes mental for it. Like the algorithm feeds people in the comments going crazy, sharing
stuff. It's the people who get pissed
stuff.
off because when you see your mates and that, then they go like, I could see mate when you're beefing with if I'm beefing with someone and go and see your mates are hyping you up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fucking do this bastard in. And it'll be the same for them. I'm the body in someone's story. You're always the body in someone's story, and it might be the same for everyone else. But I just think, I'm a dad now. I'm more here to make myself into a branded comedian around the world, and if there's space for everyone to do it, you just got to put the graft in.
No, definitely. I mean, I don't know the backstory, and I don't even want to ask. I don't even want to ask, but it is nice you there saying that, like, you're happy to kind of squash it. And I always think that's about promo wars, as they're called. Seeing so many of them over the years where people absolutely despise each other. As soon as they leave promo, you'll walk back. Oh, hi mate, how you doing? Like, it's just like you go from being so. It's tribalism, isn't it?
Definitely.
You go from being so in it. As soon as they're out of it, they're like the nicest person in the world.
Oh, of course.
People are just passionate about their their stuff, aren't they?
Yeah.
But also another thing, as you were talking there, and you started going on about badly drawn dicks. It threw me back to the.
Where's he going with this?
It threw me back to the first time Robin was on the
yourself in.
podcast. And obviously, as we were talking about what we were going to chat about the next day, Robin sent you a lovely video of his penis.
You just been circumcised.
Yeah.
How'd you
And Felix decided to return the favour you did to him by forwarding it on to me, and I was like, "Oh, what is this?" As I opened it in Subway, if you remember, never great. It didn't. Nobody wanted the meatballs on the sub after that. I'll tell you that for nothing. It was an awkward cue shot of me. I'm not even joking. Just full on open it. It was like, I think I described it last time as when people open that porn video in public. You know, where people get them. Oh, watch this! Can't believe he said this, and you hear the screaming.
Yeah.
It was one of them. I honestly full on opened it in the Subway queue.
Penis before?
I mean, not
Not
yours.
I mean, freshly circumcised.
No, and I don't think.
And you're in for a lovely video after.
Yeah, I can show you if you want.
After.
The only description I have, not right now. It looked like, imagine when Jesus was crucified on the cross, his head when he had the thorns. Well, imagine Jesus had a bald head and the thorns was sticking in his head.
I need to cross my legs.
That's what it looked like.
It was angry. It was angry.
I'm going to say, so my point was, that was what we received last time, whereas yesterday when we were chatting, why you would mess with Robin, I don't know, because his skills yesterday have just been enhanced as obviously AI's now taken over. And I had Doc Cotton deadlifting sent to me yesterday, and it actually was. I had Donald Trump giving Snoop Dogg a bath. The stuff he was sending me, it's of it. But AI is scary as hell, isn't it?
What have you started using with content creation wise?
Well, I've always been obsessed with the apps, right? So having ADHD, I haven't been. So I've got my final stage of ADHD testing, right? Because I'm fucking terminal with the shit, right? It'll fucking kill us off eventually. I think I might have slight autism as well, because when I watch shit and I watch things, the way people talk about it and like, oh, I've just been diagnosed with, I'm like, that is what I've done. Me and my brain is away with the fairies all day long, you know. Like all day long. I've just forgot what we're talking about.
Circumcised penis.
AI.
What you've been...
AI.
Because you are, as you said in all those stories, you are lethal with your phone.
Lethal with my phone.
But what are you starting using now?
So I use an app. I don't want to give the secret away. Photolip. It's Photolip. See, that's me. So you're just telling us, no, you're giving it away. I use different apps all the time, right? So I've since the beginning of iPhone, the most basic of apps where I would get a picture. The first one I seen, which got us into these silly apps, was an app where you could take someone's picture and you could cut the mouth out.
Yeah.
And you could you could speak on behalf of them. So you'd be your solid picture, and it would just be mouth.
I remember watching hundreds of yours.
Yeah, well, that was very basic stuff there.
Yeah.
And then as gradually over the years, they'll introduce something else where all of a sudden it's like maybe there's something else where you can make a solid picture move and actually have their lips moving. And over the years, I've always downloaded each one that gets updated. When AI was introduced, there was versions where you could basically colour someone's body in and you could say bodybuilder, and it would turn the body into a bodybuilder. That was the start of it.
Yeah.
Now we're in a position where you couldn't get the higher level stuff unless you were on a MacBook and then on some fucking wicked software. Now it's just been introduced to phones. So now you can type in literally any scenario for anything. Like I could type in, like I said to him, I was like, I tried to put up the test. I was like, Donald Trump eating a burger on a space hopper on an aeroplane, and it's fucking infinite versions of that picture will come up. Now, look, I've been showing people, even people in the fucking chip shop and that, like strangers, because I'm so amazed by it, right? But it seems like the average person who isn't interested in like creative stuff just didn't give a fuck. So yesterday I was kind of disappointed. I went to this chip shop and I was getting some chips for my lass, and I was like, have you seen this? And I was like, if you type in like Harry Potter flying on a pig through a church, look, and it like made the picture, and she was like, all right, do you want salt and vinegar on your
£7.50, mate. Come on.
Harry Potter flying a pig through a church with chips and salt and vinegar. And she was like, right, okay then. Who's next?
It's the perfect thing for you though, because you've got all this stuff in your head.
Amazing.
And you, prior to this, couldn't maybe have quite got it out.
So for instance, something happens in the news, in say Kanye West.
Yeah.
Fucking
He's never in the fucking news.
Never, but say if he did, and he threw a slice of pizza off Kim Kardashian's face in public. In order for me to make that picture, I would have to Google a picture of someone throwing something, cut their body out, put Kanye West's head on top, then copy a bit of pizza in, and use like keyframes to make it move, where now I just type in that word and it'll give us the exact fucking image. And you can change the face. So if the face isn't spot on, it gives you the option to change the face to actually Kanye West's. So it is quite dangerous to think what the fucking government can do. If I can do that on my phone now, the stuff we watch on telly, mate, is probably not even real.
Yeah.
Well, everyone's been doing that one over the weekend. I mean, there's someone coming out on it's like a gig,
the stage, the
the
festival.
stage one, and they're photoshopping everyone, or the AI everyone onto that. That one's been caught, and then the other one I saw the other day is obviously Arsenal and Liverpool both lost at the weekend, didn't they? So do you remember that clip years ago where the pass to Gerrard, he slips, Demba Ba runs through on goal and score. So they've like made Arteta and Klopp, whoever passed to Gerrard, and then Pep Guardiola's Demba Ba running through. Like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, that's good. Like, it's actually good.
Do you use anything? Like, do you use any AI stuff like in the business that you're aware of?
Well, me personally, I used to use Snapchat. Like, I used to use Snapchat where you can like edit it, and I used to do it really quick, and everyone thought I was amazing. And now I'd like look at one of them that I do compared to that, and I'm like, I need to get back to the drawing board and up my game.
Honestly,
I do need to get an AI.
For your promos and whatnot, for images you're trying to make, you type in fucking anything. If you had, say, it's a trick event coming up, you've got #TrickFest. TrickFest is the best. TrickFest, if you wanted to have, say, a lightning bolt themed party in a galaxy and make the most crazy, beautiful fucking AI image, you could never. I'm sorry, graphic designers' jobs are very close to being fucking finished.
Yeah. It's the same with everything in it. Like we talk about as time goes on and technology gets better, there's going to be so many people. I never thought designed would be one of them ones.
AI's never going to be able to fucking cook food, though, is it, mate?
There'll be robots for that. There'll be robots for that.
Well, I've got a microwave in my house.
Has it affected
Chef Mike?
How has it affected DJing? Obviously, I seen the big thing in the news the other day was that Coachella one.
Great.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the AI thing is there's AI that will help you make mixes. It'll just match your songs. There's already technology out there where like you'll be playing, or you've got a song in record box and you'll be like, what songs are similar to this? And it'll just tell you because it matches the key, the BPM, the energy levels, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I mean, definitely AI is going to be there. You're going to be using AI to select songs in restaurants, in shops, and all kinds of stuff. I've got no doubt about it. But like, and AI is used. I mean, I saw, shout out to James Hype. Like, James Hype was talking about, to be something you're aware of, he was getting AI to replicate voices, but obviously it's got so advanced now. He can take a vocal that he wants to sample, and without getting into the legalities of why you can't just sample stuff, he just put that into the AI, and the AI re-sang it. So like he can now use that because he's not sampling the master original.
No one's fucking voice, so it's fucking scary.
I've seen some over the last year where there's been like a rapper's released a song and it is AI doing it, but it actually sounds like, obviously because it's AI.
Eminem's one of like the voices that's most heavily like AI. I don't know why, but whatever. When I was tinkering with it like 6 months ago, AI and Donald Trump are two of the most like, and the other one from Shawshank Redemption.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman. They just seem to be the three that were like...
the voice remember it is.
They seem to be the three that were most accurate.
Yeah.
Like
Joe Rogan's pretty spot on as well. Like they sell these fake. So if you look on video on TikTok and whatnot, normally a Joe Rogan podcast post would go miles. So what they've done is they've cleverly got a clip of Joe Rogan and they've changed his voice to whatever story they want to say. So they'll go down the rabbit hole and be like stupid. It'll be like, so have you heard that the CIA are gonna launch a bomb on Iraq? And I'm like, what? And then I'll go on Joe Rogan and it's like he's nothing to be seen. I'm thinking it's just so real. Look at Kendrick Lamar. They've been waiting for his Drake diss track to be dropped, and someone dropped the fucking AI version and thought it was real. So clever, mate.
It's so scary. Clever. I don't like it. I don't like it.
It's a great thing. But it's uncontrollable. It outgrows our mental brain as far as you can ever think. I think my brain's pretty crazy until I fucking seen AI.
And what's going on with your podcast? Because last time you were in, you were discussing launching one. Is it called Peas in a Pod?
3 Peas on a Pod.
Three peas on a pod.
The podcast is based in Liverpool.
Yeah.
So we've filmed 4 episodes. All episodes are finished, but one of the guys on the podcast is in a big TV competition. I can't say what it is, but you're about to see him on TV very soon.
That's good for your fucking podcast.
I hope he fucking wins.
Apparently, skyrocket them fucking views, son.
We're all just sat here because we've been promised a TV show, but there's fuck all happening.
Oh no!
Who are we pointing out the window?
It's probably the window.
That's going to be incredible for the podcast.
Oh, great! It'll be great for the podcast. We're 3 very big characters as well: a Scouser, a Canadian, and a Geordie. The content's really good. I'm a bit anxious because sometimes I let me fucking loose lips fucking, say some stupid things. I'm like, I may not be able to say that. Like
Loose lips launch podcasts.
Podcasts seem to be where you can talk freely without. So if you got on stage and said some things, they'll be like, but if you say it on a podcast, I'm like, God, fucking, you can say what you want on this. No one gives a fuck.
Yeah.
But I think obviously Kevin, we're Canadian, who's going on the big TV show. I don't think he wants the podcast released before he goes on there, because some of the stuff on the podcast that gets talked about might destroy his image on the stage.
Don't say that to Dean. Fucking
no, it's not that bad. Not bad for yous, but I wouldn't go on a TV show where kids are watching and see me talking in the background.
For context, I'm obviously very like, well, everything's got to come across right. Felix like, just say whatever. It's fucking, it's fresh. It's a fresh.
Let's do. I've got a question for everyone, and I'm gonna. You can recommend your own one. I'm gonna go first, but you two can have a quick think. Recommending a podcast that people should check out. My mate did a podcast, Ridney, called Secrets of a Dance Hit, and basically he has this podcast where he goes and investigates how tracks that have become like things that we all have heard on the radio, literally huge records, and he goes and meets the producer. It's not super like geeky, it's just the story of how they made it, where they made it, when they made it, and the story of how it became massive. One of the episodes that he does is really relevant to stuff that's massive now, which is Mason and Princess Superstar Perfect Exceeder. And Mason just talks about how he made it. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's a great story. How then the vocal got added and how it became a huge hit. Obviously, you could do an update now with what's happened with Saltburn, and then like Oliver Heldens remixing it and Guetta remixing it and everything else. So yeah, podcast recommendations. Go and check that one out. Secrets of a Dance Hit with Ridney. What would you recommend, or what do you listen to a lot podcast wise?
At the minute, I think I mentioned this on the episode with Jamie Hutchinson and Ginger Carl. Since The Rock came back to wrestling, I'm not saying I watch wrestling, but I've started like, I don't, but like I do watch the clips on Twitter.
WrestleMania.
I saw the clips on. I didn't watch wrestling.
I love it, me. I'm a proper wrestling nerd, mate.
Like,
I'm every week, mate.
It's nostalgic. It's nostalgic. So what I've actually been watching at the minute, or listening to, sorry, at the minute on podcasts, is like interviews where like, so like the Stone Cold does what? Yeah. So it's the Stone Cold one that I listen to.
Skull session.
Yeah, but obviously I also did watch the Joe Rogan one with the Undertaker as well. But like listening back to that and actually hearing the behind the scenes stories of like, because obviously wrestling, what did they always say? Wrestling's not fake. It's predetermined.
Entertainment.
Well, they say it's not scripted or it's not fake. It's predetermined.
Yeah.
So like the results. The end thing, but like every time they do a move, they're that far away from like an injury or something going wrong. Do you know what I mean? So I find it really interesting hearing the stories behind the scene. Like on that Undertaker and Joe Rogan one, they talk about how they decided that Undertaker's streak at WrestleMania was going to be over. Yes, I'm the Stone Cold one. Listen to that one with Vince McMahon the other day.
Best book I've ever read, and I don't read many. I think I can tell you all 5 now. Best book I've ever read is Bret the Hitman Hart's autobiography. It's incredible. If you go on a holiday or something, you want a book.
Hearing the stories of what they...
It's all about.
I'm more of an audio book, me. I don't really... I can't, because I find myself... After I read one line of words, I'm like...
That's exactly what I'm like.
I can't do it. I've never read a book in my life.
I took one on holiday when like 2 years ago when we went away, and literally I think I opened the page once and I just went, it's fucking Football Manager on my phone. Like, I just can't.
Podcasts?
I love Athletical Mints. That's a go-to one that I go to. It's like a piss take football podcast with like Bob Mortimer on.
Okay.
It's really, really funny. Bomb Squad, which I think Jamie recommended.
Okay.
Is that the ISIS training videos?
No. There's these 3 Irish guys on the podcast. It's very, very good. And then
Art and IRA training.
He's a comedian.
Sorry, guys. That's me loose lips again.
And then I don't really know. Like, obviously I listen to Fozcast all the time, but I think that's quite a new one. And then Keeping Up Appearances, which Jamie recommended as well. It's actually really good, really, really good.
Do you know what I just saw a thing for the other day? A couple of people sent us it. Have you watched Suits before?
I know the gist of it, but I don't think I've watched it.
Big fan of Suits, and they're doing what I've mentioned it to you before, what Entourage did. So the couple of the characters from Entourage talk about the episodes. I think Mike and Donna from Suits are gonna.
I don't imagine Harry's missus is doing it though, is she?
No, she's not. But Mike is the one that she's with. And then I've obviously got to return the favour. One that I'm really looking forward to that's coming out is that 3 Ps on a pod. Really looking forward to that one.
Do you listen to podcasts though? Obviously, the second time you've been on ours, you're launching your own. But is it a medium that you were into prior to it, or is it?
I can't watch things for very long. You see me brain.
But can you listen though while you're doing other stuff?
Nah.
Right.
Anyway, I'm a fucking scroller, mate. I scroll through reels. That's me go-to thing. I watch one reel and before you know it, I'm fucking 6 hours deep. I'm like, watching fucking men making for ponds in fucking Amazon forest.
So do you watch podcast clips when you scroll?
I see podcasts.
Because that's an interesting thing that a few people have said to me. They're like, "Oh, I love the podcast." I was like, "Oh, do you listen to them?" They're like, "No, I don't." I was like, "Do you watch them?" I'm like, "No, I watch the clips on TikTok," and I'm like, "All right."
Clips every so often. If there's a massive fucking like one person that's never been interviewed before, like I watched the Prince Andrew interview, if that means anything.
Yeah.
Sort of a podcast. That was my favourite one, actually, I think.
Nonce!
Have you seen that?
Remake of it.
No. Oh, is that on Netflix?
Why would remake that? I don't understand.
No, but I've seen that, the one that's number 1 at the minute. What did Jennifer do?
What's it about?
Don't ruin it.
Well, it's number 1 on Netflix at the minute. It's just what did Jennifer do? She's basically
Netflix, the documentary. The Chinese lady.
Yeah, have you seen that yet? Anna?
Fucking little bastard.
Yeah. I won't spoil it for anyone who's going to watch it, but it's anything that's number 1 on Netflix for longer than a week. I'm like, right, we'll give it a go.
Yeah, give it a watch. I thought the same. I thought she was a little wanker. I thought she came across like a proper sweet innocent lass, but I knew straight away by the picture that they used as the
title. Yeah.
What did she do? And it was like the picture was like her like in jail. So I was like, well, she fucking killed someone, obviously. You know what I'd like to talk about? Because I thought to myself, I would like to try and show some funny stuff. So I write notes on my phone, right, for my stand-up comedy and whatever all the time, just idiot notes. But there are quite some good topics you might find funny. So a few things I've just been writing about the past few days so I've got some real stand-up gigs coming up. So what I try and do, if I think of anything funny, whether I'm in my sleep, if I'm in mid conversation, I think it's something funny, I'm like in my last stop.
Do you do it sometimes even if you haven't thought of something funny? Just stop.
Stop. I start off just like, right, okay, go. So a few things I've been thinking about recently was, I think it's very fucking spiteful that my neighbours have got a wind chime put up in the back garden. Because literally, if your fucking neighbour gets a wind chime, the full street gets a wind chime. You know what I mean? So like, it's been kind of windy the past few days, mate. And if I've got the window open because it might be hotter or something in the house, I've got the heating on. It's the fucking creepiest, weirdest, like that chinging next door.
You know what'll sort that right out?
What?
Pair of scissors.
This is the thing. I mean, Wendy's mum has been talking about it, but I'm like, it's fucking pretty obvious who's done it if anyone does it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So wind chimes, I think,
especially if you're doing like content on a podcast about it.
Yeah. Especially that, because I might probably watch. But
again, have you not seen what did Jennifer do? Just pay someone to do it? Pay 3 guys?
Do I pay someone to chop it down, or will I get caught doing it? I probably would get caught. So that's one thing.
I'll take a $5.
Do you think wind chimes are creepy?
Gay.
The noise is scary. All I think of straight away is a ghost trying to tell us it's there. So if I go in the garden, I'm smoking a cigarette, and the wind chime goes off, you can imagine when I'm stoned, I'm like, what the fuck was that? So that's one thing that's been bothering us. And the next thing I've been bothering is, how many times that's been pissing us off. Have you ever been in the bath and you've jumped because you thought there was a spider in the bath and you realised it was just belly button fluff?
No, but I have been in the bath. This is a famous story in my family. I have been in the bath with my little girl. It's fine when they're really small. And then this was the last time I ever had a bath with her because there was a little bit of poo floating around. And I jumped out of the bath.
Oh, mate, yeah.
Don't be having a bath with Ant after his story earlier. Hey, are we having a mud bath?
that was the last time I had a bath. Right, we're going to have to call it because speaking of my daughter, I have to go and pick her up from school. So thank you very much for coming on, mate.
Going, yeah?
Appreciate you.
Take care.
Thank you very much.